Good morning, welcome to Urban Talks with Anthony. Today we're going to have a insightful conversation. For those that are new to the channel, we make mental health conversations and content that's going to be beneficial to yourself in addition to your well-being and your mental health, right? So in today's conversation, we're going to be talking about something that is major, something that's big, right? And it's breaking free from the comparison trap, embracing your true, authentic, unique path, right? So, we need to take in consideration, this is a harmful cycle. And, when we're comparing ourselves, this is holding us back, and we could do something that's better in regards to cultivating self-love, authenticity, and that mental clarity by embracing our unique path, right? So I want to dive into that today, and I also want to just add in too, even for myself, I've always been compared, but at the same time, for me, that helped me navigate and excel so fast and rapidly is that you have to have a mind of your own, right? You have to believe whatever you believe, right? You have to learn, from your mother, your father, and really seek a path of, being better. Even my dad told me at a young age, I want you to be better than me, right? I know that everybody may not have a father figure in their life, may not have a prime example, but there are examples out there, right? And when we seek positivity, we seek greatness, there's people out there, right? So I'm not going to sit here and be sweet on that end, but I do want us to really make sure that we're embracing ourselves, and authenticity is the biggest thing. All right. We don't got to be followers. We don't got to follow what this person's doing. We don't got to just achieve because we're trying to make other people happy. We got to do this for us. Right. We the star. We don't need to be diamonds to have diamonds. You know what I mean? So I really want us to really understand that this is something real. And I really want us to realize that because we were all made with unique qualities, unique gifts. You know what I mean? And whatever's for you is for you. That's your blessing, you feel me? So I can really, you can do this all day. I could do a motivational thing on another video, but for you, I really want us to really break free from this comparison trap, aka that generational curse. I really want us to really embrace, like I said, that unique path. So let's really dive into this today, please. Because I really want you to be straight. I really want you to go do what you gotta do. I really want you to invest into yourself. Stop focusing on other people. Stop letting this energy drag you down. Break free from that stress. I really want you to embrace and just fly your wings. You heard? So our first introduction in regards to how we're going to start this off is we all do it, but at what cost? So everyone seems to be doing better, smarter, faster, but are they really? And why does it always hurt so much when we compare, right? So we're always looking into the media, we're always looking to see what's going on. We're comparing ourselves and we're going through those emotions. But certain things I want to be able to keep into mind in regards to some key points is going to be comparison is a normal human instinct. We all do it, right? But what it becomes chronic, it harms our self-worth, our self-esteem, it hurting us, right? So you're being compared in these scenes in regards to your mind, and it's causing you to feel some sharp emotions. All right, so in regards to insights, in regards to some research, social comparison activates the brain regions linked to the reward and self-evaluation, influencing self-esteem, especially when it's tied to social media use, right? So like I said, we got to watch out for them phones. Moving forward in regards to our next segment, the psychology of comparison, right? So social comparison theory, we evaluate ourselves based on how we're measured up to others, so we're comparing ourselves. Next is going to be upwards comparison. So can inspire but often lead to self-criticism. Next is going to be the downward comparison. May often temporary relief but create disconnection or guilt. So we're seeing self-criticism, we're seeing guilt, and we're seeing measured up to others. So like I said, this is the psychology behind it. We have to be able to understand that it's coming at our value when we're always focused on what other people are doing instead of minding our business, worried about what we should be doing, right? So moving forward in regards to some research insight is people who engage in frequent upwards comparisons report lower self-esteem and greater depressing symptoms, especially in high exposure environments like social media. I'm gonna move forward because, like I just said, we need to be minding our own business, staying in our lane. Moving forward, we're gonna be talking about how comparison steals your joy. Right, so it distracts you from your progress and distorts your reality. It creates unrealistic timelines based on others' lives. I really want to stop right here and highlight, because when we look on videos, we're seeing some people who are 22, 16, 18, and they're making millions of dollars and they're successful and they're driving all these exotic cars and living this high life on social media. And we're like, what? Why are we not there? We're comparing ourselves. We're making ourselves feel inadequate. We're also projecting negativity on other people. We're making our parents feel down because they're not giving us this lavish life. We're not living this lavish glamorous life, right? And we're just, you know what I mean? These are unrealistic timelines and based off other people's lives, right? We got to understand that everybody else has their life and has their own blessing or has their own generational, you know, wealth or whatever that may be for them. But that's their life. I'm gonna say it again, that's their life. We gotta just worry about what we have, be grateful for what we have, and our time and our blessings and our timeline will be when our timeline comes, right? But we gotta do the work. We gotta look within. So I'm gonna stop right there, and I'm gonna say that again, is creates unrealistic timelines based on other people's lives. So we gotta stop worrying about what other people got going on. Moving forward in regards to our next key point, we're gonna be talking about Foster's imposter syndrome and never good enough thinking. So we're always, like I said, this is pulling us down. Let's move on to some research insights. Chronic comparison undermines intrinsic motivation and increases envy, shame, and performance anxiety. So like I said, these emotions are becoming so vicious, so dangerous because we want what other people have. We're getting so vicious and so mad and so frustrated. It can even create envy, shame. So this also is the reason why some people steal. Because they don't have what they want or believe that they deserve that they should have right now. It's not worth it, yo. All this materialistic stuff too, it's not going nowhere, you know what I mean? And also too, year after year, the next thing's coming out. We can't keep up with the trends, you know what I mean? Like, let go of that. But the focal point of what we have to understand is stop comparing ourselves to others. It destroys our what? Joy. Peace lies within. Get your mind right, you know what I mean? Focus, you know what I mean? Be present. Take a breath, you know what I mean? Like, really slow down. Next segment we're going to be talking about is how to break from the cycle, right? So this is designed to, you know, give you the understanding that research, I'm going to let research talk. Authenticity and values-based living are linked to higher life satisfaction and psychological well-being, right? It's like when we have our own beliefs, when we believe what we believe, you know what I mean? And we talk positivity into our mind, that right side of the hemisphere, right? Because the left side of the hemisphere is believing that, you know, if someone keeps saying you're bad, you're gonna believe what? You're bad. You know what I mean? But if you tell yourself, whoa, no, these people have got me messed up, they confused. I'm a good person. I'm pulling positivity into myself the way I see myself. I'm gonna be doing good. I'm gonna believe my beliefs. The right side of the brain is based off of the environment, right? So we gotta believe the people that we around, people that we associate ourselves around. You know what I mean? How we moving, you know what I mean? Our integrity. You know what I mean? You say you're gonna be here, are you there? You know what I mean? Our environment. That's a part of it as well. You know what I mean? So we have to realize the way that we're moving, we gotta be more conscientious. But how we're able to have that life satisfaction and the psychological good well-being is what? Authenticity and our values-based living, how we living. What are we telling ourselves? So I want us to keep that in mind. That's how we're gonna be able to break that cycle. Next is going to be the limit comparison triggers, is right. Cultivate that environment, unfollow, mute, and take social media breaks, right? It's like that. We talk about these phones. Take a break from it. Chill. Be present. When we're with family, we're with our loved ones, really appreciate that time because time's not going to be given back, right? Like I said, our timeline. You could be up next. You feel me? And that's for you. That's your blessing. You feel me? But my thing is, like I said, is that we got to be able to unfollow, unmute, and take social media breaks because that's deteriorating the value and quality of our lives. In the way that we're thinking. So in regards to some research, I want to be able to talk about limit exposure to ideal content, reduce body satisfaction, FOMO, and negative mood. So this exposure, it's harming our mind, it's harming the way we think and the way we process things. Next is going to be practice gratitude daily. This is something I always emphasize. Shift the lack of to abundance, right? Positivity. So in regards to research insights, people who kept gratitude journals report increased optimism, reduced envy, and stronger personal relationships, right? So when we think positive, when we think about what we're grateful for, what we have, right? This is going to be able to help us appreciate more. Next is going to be celebrate small wins. I always emphasize this one as well. Focus on the micro progress, right? The little things that add up to the big picture, right? As I'm improving. You know what I mean? Stop comparing yourself. Right, so self-compassion practices like recognizing your effort are linked to greater resilience and motivation. Next is use others as mirrors, not measures, right? So stop comparing yourself. Let's say that again. So, right, so turn the envy into curiosity. Like really understand where that's coming from. Turn it to curiosity. Where is this coming from? What can I learn from them? What can I learn from these individuals, right? Instead of my being jealous from these individuals, these businessmen, these guys, these millionaires, why don't I look into their game? Why don't I study their behaviors? Why don't, you feel me? Look into it. Put the work in. Nothing's usually given. You know what I mean? Research insights. Reframing outward comparisons into inspiration, reduce threat, and enhance motivation, right? So it only enhances you when you do the research and you look in, you having gratitude, you have the positivity around you. It's only going to push you more farther in regards to how you're going to perform than really be envy. Envy is darkness. Envy is just frustration. You feel me? It's pulling you down low key. You feel me? So really just understand where these emotions are coming from and really use critical thinking to solve. Next segment I want to dive into is embrace your unique path in regards to our video, right? So key points is going to be life is not a race or ranking, right? So it's not about who's ever at the top. You know what I mean? Because even people at the top right now, they ain't even collecting to what's going on in society, right? I'm working in the community. I'm working with the people. I feel me. The AI, I know it's taking over. It's doing a lot of work. It's doing gracious things for us. But at the same time, too, you can't use a technology to take over a human being. And I asked many people this too. I said, I mean, would you rather, when you walk into a corner store or you walk into, let's say a corner store, for instance, would you rather see a self-scan checkout like we at Stop and Shop type stuff, or would you rather see a human being that you can make interactions with? Everybody's saying a human being. So it's just showing you, right? Profits or you know what I mean? You really ain't gonna make the money, right? Because we need people to keep this world moving. But on that side note, it's you know what I mean? It's not even about the ranking. It's not about, you know what I mean? A race or to be at the top or be the richest, you know what I mean? You need to really just think about your unique path. Think about what you want. Think about what's important to you. Think about your values. Put you first. And have a journal to be able to write these things on a deeper note. Express those emotions. Next, we're going to be able to talk about process is not always visible, right? Quiet growth matters. You don't always got to be on social media posting your business, letting people know what you're up to, right? And even also, too, you don't want to be on the internet talking about, oh, I'm going to do this and this is going to happen. Let it happen. You know what I mean? Let your values, let your dreams, let your growth, let your beliefs, let it come true into intuition. You always got to express, you always got to tell people your business. You feel me? Like, stay locked in. Love yourself. Next is going to be authenticity fosters deeper connection and peace of mind, right? So when you're truly yourself, you're in your bag, you're really in your identity, anywhere you go, you know what I mean? The way that you breathe, the way that you stand, you know what I mean? Your feet, the way that you're in your comfort, you're in your bag, because that's your true identity, you know what I mean? You're going to feel good. You're going to radiate. You're going to glow. You know what I mean? And you're going to have a bigger thing is one thing that I love that everybody should have is what? Peace of mind. Because what you believe and you put in this work and those positive thinking and your positive growth and the things that you're doing and minding your business and staying in your lane is really going to help you out. In regards to research insights, we're going to be talking about living in alignment with one's values and purpose improves mental health and emotional regulation. You're going to know how to think better. Everything's going to be more clear. You know what I mean? So I really want us to, like I said, be more authentic, really focus on your purpose, focus on what you want, you know what I mean? Stay around positive people, think positive, you know what I mean? And better things will happen. In regards to just wrapping things up, you know, you already are enough. You know, letting go of the timelines and focusing on other people, focusing on the trophies, focusing on what you should have, and I deserve this, and I'm too late, and you're failing, you're falling, you know what I mean? And start thinking about becoming, and that's more powerful. That you can always you can always improve, right? So I really want us to call into action is that journaling, like I said, really just diving into our thoughts. I'm talking for real, bro. I've been doing this for real. For me to stand here right now, I'm in front of you, right? I'm really pouring into you because I really want to pour into your emotional bank accounts because you are valuable. You know what I mean? God designed us, you know, with unique abilities. And the more that we spend time with ourselves and do that personal development, thrive and talks, we will grow. You know what I mean? In our own way, we will shine, right? So drop a comment. You know, if this was able to help, throw a thumbs up if this was able to help you, right? And keep an eye on me, and we're going to grow. See you on the next one. Take it easy.